Hello, I'm here as an organizer with the Northwest Side Coalition Against Racism and Hate. I appreciate. I have it's a short comment. You allowed the other person to speak.
We already heard from your organization.
This is a different organization.
You can come back.
This is just a 3-minute comment. You let the other person speak. Just really quickly. It's a short. I timed it out.
Not a resident.
Cannot prevent non-residents from speaking.
I'll try to. Yes, I got it timed out. Yes. Thank you.
You pay our taxes. You should pay our taxes.
You pay tax?
Now that the Mount Prospect Police.
This is an Attorney General binding opinion for the Illinois Open Meeting Act. The City Council violated the Open Meetings Act when it prohibited a member of the public from offering public comment at a meeting because she was not a resident of the city. He is allowed
All right,
to comment.
I already said, which the mayor knew.
Go ahead.
The mayor understands that. Everyone needs to be quiet so public comment can be completed. This is actually a forum for public comment, although the public comment has to be allowed. It is a business meeting of the Village Board of Mount Prospect. That's the purpose of this meeting. Order has to be maintained. We have a new mayor. You have to let people speak, and the speakers need to understand that at some point the mayor will decide that this business meeting has to be completed. So please act accordingly, everyone.
Thank you, Lance. So to that point, hopefully, after we're through the people that are lined up, I really would like to move the meeting along, if that's good with the crowd. I'm going to say it again, we're going to have a committee of the whole. People can come back and express their views again.
Thank you.
Within limits. Go ahead, sir.
I'll start again. Hello, I'm here as an organizer with the Northwest Side Coalition Against Racism and Hate. I appreciate your consideration. I'll keep my comments short, 3 minutes. Now that the Mount Prospect Police has sought national attention through a right-wing media propaganda platform, we felt it was time to speak up.
Please, the speaker needs to be allowed to speak. Please remain quiet.
We felt it was time to speak up. We are in solidarity with the community members of Mount Prospect who are calling for the removal of the racist, anti-black, thin blue line hate symbol from the Mount Prospect Police. In the summer of 2020, we campaigned to get the thin blue line symbols removed from the faces of the on-duty cops in the Village of Niles. This is an issue very familiar to us. The thin blue line is a symbol born of war. It was appropriated from the thin red line of the 1854 Crimean War. Racist Los Angeles Police Chief Bill Parker popularized the thin blue line with police militarization a century later in the 1950s. The Blue Lives Matter version of the symbol was created as an anti-black racist response to Black Lives Matter, quite recently in 2014. The Mount Prospect Police's recent PR campaign entitled #WhyWeWearThePatch emphatically embraces this hateful response. Associate Professor of Law at California Western School of Law, India Tusi, describes the reactionary response in her paper entitled Blue Lives and the Permanence of Racism. She writes, the adoption of this language is a form of epistemic violence against black people through its attempts to silence the legitimate concerns that black people have about their treatment in a racist society. Blue Lives Matter attempts to silence calls for accountability by focusing on worthy victims, fallen police officers. Organizing to support police officers and their families is not problematic in and of itself. In fact, organizing should be encouraged. However, when it is done in conversation with calls for police accountability and the recognition of black humanity, developed during counter-protests for police accountability, it is an attempt to qualify the recognition of black work. In short, Dr. Tusi is saying that this is another form of all lives matter racism. The community's needs are best served when the voices of the most marginalized are centered. Impact must be prioritized over intent. We've seen meeting after meeting of comments from black folk and people of color pleading to remove this harmful imagery. Yet Mount Prospect Police have done nothing but escalate tensions in this community, as the Mount Prospect Police are clearly showing through their behavior over and over again. It's not the symbol that's problematic, it's what it represents. It is said that the thin blue line is a line between order and chaos. That may be the truest interpretation of the thin blue line. Police are the chaos. It is time for a better way. Thank
Have your mask off. Have to maintain quiet. Let the public comment be completed.
Good evening. My name is Michael Kill. I've been a resident of Mount Prospect for 8 years. Like many others here, I grew up in the city of Chicago, and